Hi Vikings. This video is the first part of a week-long project. So day one, I will be in the classroom. I will be explaining everything to you. Miss Dodge will be explaining everything to you. And this video is only if you are not in the classroom on the first day, okay? So we are going to learn more about ancient Persia by looking up information and writing it in an organized presentation. That, my wonderful human beings, is what I have for you on Teams available right now. There are 11 questions you have to answer and one extra credit question. Let's go through all of them first. First question, what was the ancient Persian religion? Now, if you don't know this off the top of your head, you're going to have to. You can also, if you choose, use the textbook. It is on pages 128 to 145, and I'll have that information on Teams and on the board for you. So what was the ancient Persian religion? Did they have a strong or a weak economy? How did they make money? Question 3, what did they trade? Where did they travel to in order to trade? And what kind of transportation did they use to get to these places? Question 4, describe the ancient Persian government. 5, what was special about their culture? I need you to describe each, the food, the art, the music, the sculptures, and their stories. What kind of social hierarchy did the Persians have? What did they do to get garbage out of the city? This is really cool. I'm really excited for you guys to learn this part. What kind of education did they value and who was educated? I want you to describe their military. Tell me who they conquered. Don't just tell me one civilization they conquered. List all of the civilizations that the ancient Persians conquered and when. And what other kinds of technology and inventions did they make? If you need some ideas, you can talk about toilets and indoor plumbing. You can talk about the postal system. You can talk about the number system. We still use Arabic numerals today. You can talk about roads or anything else that they invented that you find in your research. And then the last thing that you have to do is find at least 3 other interesting facts that you learned during your research of ancient Persia. And then you have an extra credit opportunity. How does ancient Persia connect to the modern day Middle East? Before you turn it in, I need you to be sure you have checked to make sure that all that you have answered. That you have all 11 questions answered. So slides 2 through 12 are all answered. I need you to check to make sure you included your citations. Remember, if you don't include your citations, it could be plagiarism. And seriously, for realsies, friends, I'm not kidding. Check to make sure you have all of the questions answered. This is a week-long activity. You need to have the questions answered. If you have extra time on Thursday, we're not in school on Thursday, on Wednesday or on Friday, I want you to challenge yourself to answer the extra credit question. If you have extra time on Wednesday, that's an issue. That tells me you're rushing through and you didn't actually spend the time to answer the questions. But if you do end up having extra time on Friday and you've already answered the extra credit question, then you're allowed to mess around with fonts and colors and pictures, okay? But you have to do the real work before you get to do the fun. So speaking of the real work, we learned how to use databases and we have that information in our heads, but let's also take a little bit of time working with Google. So when I'm Googling this, I don't want to just copy and paste the question because it's not going to give me it may not give me all of the information that I'm looking for. So if I Google, what was the ancient Persian religion? We've got Zoroastrianism, which we remember from our notes. Yes, we remember taking our notes? Yes, okay. So I just remember, Hawkins, work smarter, not harder. So instead of Googling the entire question, I'm going to Google the keywords. I'm going to Google ancient Persian religion. And there we go. Zoroastrianism. Remember, can we just copy this? I need you to answer. Can we just copy this? No. We need to actually click on the link, read the text. We have the time, we have the brain capacity. Actually read the text, and then we'll get our answer in there. Yes? Okay. So once we have our answer, we are going to go back to our PowerPoint, and like it says, delete this text and type your answer here. So I'm going to say get it together, Hawkins. The religion of ancient Persia was Zoroastrianism, right? Does that completely answer the question? It answers the question, but we are in middle school. We are academics. We are learning. Yes? Tell me about it. Tell me about the ancient Persian religion. And then moving on to number 2. Did they have a strong or a weak economy? Here's the issue. If I just copy this and I Google this, it has no idea what I'm talking about. Who is they? Who is they? Okay. The ancient Persians. Did the ancient Persians have a strong or weak economy? I don't know. This is like, this is say it's missing the word weak, doesn't even have the word strong in here. So I'm going to work smarter, not harder again. And I'm just going to type in ancient Persian economy. There we go. Here's an article from study.com titled The Persian Empire, Economy and Trade. So I can click on that and it'll eventually open. There we go. Oh my gosh, this is even a video. So I can play the video, and then these are all of the chapters in there. If I don't want to watch a video, then I can go back and I can scroll down some. Government and trade in the Achaemenid, I don't know, I got nothing. Don't know how to say it, gonna skip it. Persian economies. There we go. The next one, what was the, something, we'll get back there. So we've got the economics of ancient Persia. We've got all this that we can read, all this where we can get information from. As always, if we don't like the information that we found there, or if it's too high level for us, then we can go to the next one. What was the economy of the Persian Empire? We click on that. Here's our very first question. What was the economy of the Persian Empire? And here's our answer. The Persian Empire obtained much of its wealth as a result of prolific crops. Crops, we know about crops, we know about agriculture. And it says much of its wealth. So when it's saying much of its wealth, did ancient Persia have a strong or a weak economy? I need you to answer. I'm not doing this for me, I'm doing this for you. Did ancient Persia have a strong or a weak economy? Aha! How did they make money? We go back to the text. Nope, there we go. We go back to the text, and there it is. Okay? You've got this. You're going to do that with every single question. What did the ancient Persians trade? Where did they travel in order to trade? What kind of transportation did they use to get to these places? Friends, there are 3 questions that you have to answer in that one. Answer all 3 of those questions. Same thing. Describe the ancient Persian government. I'm going to go back to Google, and I'm going to type in ancient Persian government. A lot of information here, okay? I know it's a lot of information. I know it's a hard ask. I know that we're asking you to do a lot. That's why you have multiple days to do this, okay? Okay, so you're going to go through, you are going to answer every single one of these 11 questions. If you have time and if you want to challenge yourself, you're going to also answer the extra credit question. And then and only then can you mess around with the fonts and the colors and all the fun stuff, okay? I'm telling you right now, my friends, if I get back and I see that you have messed around with the fonts, but you have only answered 2 questions, do you think that's going to work out well for you? Of course not. So you know what you need to do, yes? Okay. Be good people, make good choices. Go Vikings.